My name is Joshua Parrish, and today we're going to talk about the interactions of stress and racism. In the United States of America, the majority group has long used disparaged treatment to oppress the minority groups as well as women. This treatment has taken place for hundreds and hundreds of years and has transitioned into every facet of American life. Racism, either perceived or actualized, causes stress among those experienced. These include both racial and ethnic minorities, and this stress can actually have a multiplicative or synergistic effect on individuals who may hold a minority status in two areas of life, such as individuals who don't demonstrate heteronormal behaviors, such as homosexual men or women, or individuals who are not of the dominant gender. The stress of racism can manifest itself both biologically and psychologically. One example from popular literature is the folklore story of John Henry. In the folktale, John Henry was tasked with beating a mechanical steam driver, and although he did complete the task, he in essence worked himself to death. So, the term John Henryism is used to describe when an individual psychologically copes with environmental or institutional racism by essentially overcompensating with their daily work or achievements. This overcompensation can actually yield negative health effects. Essentially, individuals who experience John Henryism are overworking and working themselves either into states of illness or sometimes into states of death. This is actually one of the psychological byproducts of the stress that's experienced because of racism. Within the literature, a 12-question quiz is used to assess John Henryism. However, interestingly enough, there are several researchers who have found that there's actually a very strong correlation with an individual's ability to make decisions for themselves on their job, as opposed to just the root cause of workplace stress. So that's what we're going to explore today. So job strain is a term that's used to describe how much decision-making power an individual has in the workplace. When workplaces are more diverse, quite often individuals will feel a lot more comfortable advocating for themselves as well as others in the workplace, and they become more productive. So one of the best things that we can do to address job strain is really to increase different types of diversity within the workplace. Now, quite often, diversity is really thought of just as race, ethnicity, and typically gender, but race can be a multitude of other things, including backgrounds, problem-solving styles, workplace skills, abilities, and so on and so forth. One of the greatest benefits of increasing diversity in the workplace is that it actually increases productivity and innovation. Two great examples are Google and Pixar. Throughout the IT industry, Google is famously known for its 10% time, and that's essentially time that employees can take to work on products of their own. The Google campus is filled with all kind of fun events and games and chefs, but one of the primary tenets at Google is that employees shouldn't feel stressed. They should feel comfortable enough to explore new ideas and speak their minds. Pixar is also incredibly famous for having a incredibly innovative story production team that actually consists of every single employee. So every employee at Pixar, from the janitors up to the CEOs, have the ability to pitch and have input on any story ideas. This incredibly innovative and collaborative workplace actually does wonders to reduce workplace stress and increase diversity. Although each of these examples are incredibly profitable, incredibly large, incredibly influential companies, they both taken really innovative steps to ensure that their employees work in a low-stress environment. Now, interestingly enough, Google has actually been in the news quite recently for their lack of gender and ethnic diversity, but they're also investing a lot of time, money, and resources in trying to achieve diversity goals because they realize the value of having a diverse and representative workforce. Another way to reduce job stress is to increase the ability for employees to move up the corporate ladder or move around within the company. Essentially, keeping with the janitor's example, an individual may desire to enter the company as a janitor, but will also look for means to advance themselves, increase the amount of money that they make, and also gain other resources such as time. If an employer was to offer those opportunities to advance themselves within the company through tools such as continuing education, tuition reimbursement, profit sharing, and professional development, employees look at these opportunities as non-financial benefits, as well as opportunities for them to move to different places within the company. Another way to do this, and for the employer to test how well that their employee environment is to encourage promotion up as well as out. Promoting up is a well-known environment. However, promoting out may be a different idea. Promoting out is the process of posting job openings in other fields or in other career areas. This is a way to see if your employees truly value the workplace, and is also a way to bring new employees into a workplace. In conclusion, the stresses of the workplace, as well as the stress of racism and gender inequalities, can be detrimental to the health of employees as well as individuals who are experiencing racism. It's imperative that workplaces try to embrace the notion of diversity in order to promote not only employees' biological health, but as well as their mental health. Thank you.